Yeah, I think I love playing that mission because listening, especially I like the ending when you're flying in that chopper and you get to listen to an actual prairie fire situation. You could just you don't, obviously being there is something completely different, but you can sense that same sort of, the adrenaline, the rapid thinking, the fact that you have to think of your every move.
Yeah. At one point, you can hear the John Plaster, the Covey rider. He's SOG 10. He's riding in the FAC plane, and he's calling out, what distance? What distance? And the guy says 50 meters, and he says azimuth, and he's like north. The guys can't even get it. And that's Pat Mitchell on the ground, and he can't even get his head together to say 50 meters north. He has to have that pulled out of him because he's in such a panic. And then he gets his shit together and he calms down.
Yeah, is that the one where he got 50 meters? Charlie's on our ass.
Yeah, dead on our ass.
Yeah.
And they just lost their 1-0. He was blown to bits in front of them from an RPG. So
yeah,
that was Lurch, David Mixter, sadly killed. And so they were fleeing from an ambush where they'd literally their buddy had just been waxed right in front of them.
He saved his life, didn't he? Because I read up on it, and he pushes him out the way, and then he gets hit by the RPG.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Those two guys were on that mission. Both were in contact with us and gave us permission to use it.
No.
So the two guys on the ground was Linson and Pat Mitchell, and flying Covey was John Plaster, and he helped us in the first year of the project. He gave us a lot of photos from his
We'll find out in a
photo
second,
history, which is available on Amazon.
But it looks like it is
about
Angel
200
Sector.
bucks. But apparently it's due for a reprint this year, and it should be down to about $30 or $40 or something. So I imagine a lot of people would be interested to buy it. But
We've also got the if people didn't know, a bit of an added incentive to donate today. What is it? It's a memorabilia sort of.
The signed plaque.
Yeah, the signed plaque.
Yeah, signed by Don Walken, signed by John Strykermeyer, and who else has signed it? I think it's got Lynn Black's name on it, but I'm not sure if Lynn signed it. And Spider Parks, of course. Yeah. Robert Spider Parks. Yeah.
That's if you're interested, it is $10. You donate $10 and you're immediately put in, for a chance to win it.
For my guys, that's the mission command.
Yeah, they retail for about $300 on one of the SOG sons. He's got a website and he sells memorabilia like that. So it's quite a nice gift, and Tilt actually bought it out of his own pocket for us for this event.
Wow,
nice of him.
He's a great guy.
Also, if you donate $20, you get the chance of the PC.
Yeah, we all want that because it's basically it's signed by Ken, who was in here earlier, and it's signed by Dick Thompson, who we will be doing a short podcast with tomorrow, who's doing the veteran welfare support with MVG. He's a doctor of psychology after he left SOG and left the US Special Forces community after 21 years, I think, as a light colonel.
Wow.
And he developed the stress resilience tool, which is what we're using here with veterans. And that's what the funds are being used for. And it's also signed by Tilt, by John Strykermeyer, who obviously, along with Ken, is a character in the game and one of our team members.
Well, there you go. $20 you get for a chance, to win that PC, and an extra 10 on top gets you a chance to win that signed signed poster thingy.
It's a $3,000 gaming PC.
Yeah, it is a really good PC. I've read through the specs.
I think we have to reach a goal to get that.
I think it is 10K. I think it is 10K, so it is quite a lot. So
because we have to cover the cost to be able to buy the PC, I think, as well.
Yeah.
So let's hope we get there. We've got 24 hours.
What's that? The charity event that's going on this weekend.
2,800 is incredible. I saw, as soon as I saw that signpost thing, I was like, I need to, I need to do this. It needs to happen. So I'm quite excited at the chance of winning that.
Yeah, I'm quite interested to see if maybe we can talk to the guys and the SOG guys and create that PC case as a sellable item, because I think a lot of people would be quite interested to buy it. But one of the things that is really cool about it right now is it's unique. It's never, you couldn't get that anywhere else. It's just that one PC.
I'm not lying. If you sold the case separately, I would probably straight up buy that, because I mean my case isn't bad, but
Yeah, the Tiger Stripe is pretty cool, and then the SOG badge and the car 15.
I'm waiting to acquire more funds, but I really want some of the merch off your store. Especially the I think it's the Ho Chi Minh blanket.
Oh yeah, I think one person bought one so far.
I want the Ho Chi Minh blanket so much.
We're all celebrating. Yeah, I might have to get one of those, to be honest.
Yeah,
things I want. I need to get a mug and a beer glass and
I need to get a mug
and a hoodie, and my wife wants a t-shirt, for the pajama top, things like that.
Yeah, no, I want the Ho Chi Minh blanket. I just think that would be really funny.
Our whole family will be dressed up in all this gear, and the posters. I think one of the guys put up some of the
I know Whip
posters.
Yeah, Whip showed a picture of, I think, someone else who had bought the posters and put them up. Or I think he put them up.
Right. Oh,
yeah, I've just been trying to get the final sort of finished artwork from Barry the Cat, who did the original designs for us. They're actually block prints, and he made actual block prints, like using wood block. And like the billboards you see around Hanoi in the battle earlier, he actually hand painted those billboards on an easel with paints, and then scan them and put them in, and that's how they were created. If you look at like the foam on the top of the beer in the Beer Savage advert, you can actually see the brush strokes in the foam.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's nice.
We were so excited to get like real art like that, that's actually made by an artist by hand, into the game. It was really cool.
Yeah, just say if people are wondering why it's taking so long, I imagine they have to put some ground rules
assets.
Down. Yeah. We've had planes before. We've never had napalm. Napalm is brand new.
Well, it will lay waste to a lot of people if they mass in one place.
So I'm looking. So up north we have the Gialam Air Base, which is obviously where they're going to be sending in their assets from.
Yep.
Squads will spawn in the Pleiku Air Base, and then everyone else is spawning in the south.
He means in context for FNF. What's that? Come on. So I'm just curious about the spawn zones, though, because we see these different shaded areas. So I'm wondering if Op4 has some stuff that's going to spawn immediately on the line, and all their assets are going to spawn on the rear, whereas Blue 4, as we already said, the airbase is probably going to have all their air assets, but everything else is going to spawn up at the Special Forces camp. But this does appear to be a neutral sector, so let's see what that entails. Dream, do you remember who Red 4 Command was last round? I think Pierce was Blue 4 Command, but who was Red 4? Tolly, right?
Tolly, yes.
That's it.
Why?
Someone in chat was asking.
No, well, he did a very good job.
I shall just refresh my drink while this is setting up.
So I think this is either going to be utterly spectacular, or something really, really silly is going to happen. And it's dark. Oh, dear.
Oh, is it dark? What? Can we see what? We can't see what time it is, can we?
No, we cannot.
Let me message someone on the ground, see what if I can get what time it is. What?
This is tickets.
It's tickets.
It's tickets.
It's sustained assault.
It's sustained assault. We haven't seen one of these in literally over a year.
Well, sustained assault. Sustained assault has been going on as the pre-game now, but we've never seen it in an actual FNF round. So that's why.
That's why it took so long.
And that's why it is they're respawnable. So if the normal sustained assault is anything to go by, helicopters will take 10 to 15 minutes, planes will take 15 to 20 minutes, and armored will take 10. That's going off topic. They might give us more in the mission info, which I will read now.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go through it.
Camp Holloway was established in 1962. It was located along Route 19, approximately 3 kilometers east of Pleiku in the central highlands of Vietnam. The camp was named in 1963 for the Piasecki CH-21 helicopter pilot warrant officer Charles E. Holloway, who in December 1962 became the first aviator assigned to the 81st Transportation Company to be killed in action. The 81st Transportation Company, re-equipped in 1963 with UH-1 helicopters, later became the 119th Assault Helicopter Company. A Viet Cong attack in the early morning hours of February 7th, 1965, killed 8, wounded 108, and destroyed 18 aircraft. This prompted U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson to begin bombing North Vietnam. Area of operations. Mission starts early in the morning, but the sunrise is very close. Mission rules. Vanilla FNF slotting rules apply. If you wish to join a different squad, swap roles with someone else, or your squad wishes to reslot completely, then seek authorization from your commander. When separated from your squad by your untimely death, you must make every effort to get back to them and not attempt to lone wolf. PTFO, don't attempt to spawn camp.
Play the freaking objective. I'm glad that they added that.
Yeah.
Game mode, sustained assault.
Sustained assault. If you don't know what sustained assault is, there will be 3 or I think it's 5. Is it 3 or 5?
It's 3 sectors.
3 sectors that are sort of like take neutral sector, for example. Every one that's taken, say if Bluefor take 3, Opforce tickets will start ticking down by 3. It's an 102 it'll be 95-minute timer, so probably one of our longest rounds ever. Dryden has already managed to move to the frontal position, so the attacks are going to come fast and swiftly.
You want to break down ticket costs real quick?
Yeah, it's I don't think is it by kills as well? Here we go. Game mechanics. Rearm repair. Only engineers can repair. Zone safety and restrictions. Teleport flagpoles. Framework of. I don't think they have.
I don't think they have it written down.
I think it's for every position captured, it's 1 ticket off. So if you capture all 3, it'll be 3 down. And I think kills might be part of it.
I would assume that they're able to respawn, though, right?
Yes, respawns.
So I would assume every kill is worth 1 ticket,
Yeah.
and then the vehicles are worth different point values. So
yeah. Okay, so let's go through their loadouts. It's going to be very sort of a typical loadout. So it's USA will have the Vietnam era US Army MAC-V. Their primaries will be the M16, the M14, or the trench gun with an M1911 as their side. Sport having M2 carbines or an M60. That's quite a difference in gun. LAT having the M72 Law, Recon having the M40 sniper rifle, and the Silence guys having a choice between Sten Mark II or an M3A1 grease gun, with the same with the crew and aviation, but good chance if they go down, they're going to die. Won't go through all of it.
I'll go through assets.
If you want to go for assets, I'll go through them and then you can do Opforce.
Okay.
Assets are 3 M54 ammo trucks, 2 M49 fuel trucks, 1 105mm howitzer, 2 Phantom 2s, 1 CAS, 1 bomber. So
we already went through the loadouts of them. It's going to be 2 napalm bombs and 1 23 or 20mm SUU turret, and then the other one has 2. So it's 2 separate ones. So a 19 rocket pylon for Willie Pete and a 19 rocket pylon for 10-pound high explosive warheads.
So, an interesting thing I'd like to point out is the M41A3 Walker Bulldog. Its gun has a choice between 24 rounds of HE, 12 rounds of heat, one mag between both of those, 76mm HVA PDST, 12 rounds of that, 6 rounds of anti-personnel, 6 rounds of canister fire. I'm not actually entirely sure what that is. What's canister fire?
Canister is
Lethal. Okay. 5 Willie Pete rounds and the M73, which is a 250 round M1919 belt, 30 cal, 20 mags of that, 250 rounds each. And the commander has his M2 HB, 100 rounds of M2, 100 rounds, 10 mags, so 1,000 rounds. M151A1 armored. It's just it's the armored Jeep. It's unarmed. Same sort of one with the patrol, but this time it is armed with a 30 cal on top. 7 M15 1A1s transports, so just Jeeps. 1 M54 gun truck with a minigun.
Yep.
And another M54 gun truck with M2
350
HPs.
cals. So the minigun one, it's a rear minigun with, I believe, a 2,000 round belt. Yep, it's listed. And then 2 side M60s with the little AA sight on the top, which is just that plus for sighting the gun.
Yeah, so here's the an interesting one, which I'll be excited to see how it's used. An M55 AA truck, 2 bicycles, 3 UH-1D Iroquois slicks aircraft. They have their main turret is the gunner. Yes, gunner. The gunner's gonna. So the co-pilot's gonna have 200 rounds of M60, and then you're gonna have the left door gun. 1 OH-6A Cayuse Scout. It does have the minigun in the co-pilot turret, and obviously you have the grenades and stuff, the gas, and then there's an additional turret on the back, which is an M60. 200 rounds with 10 mags.
Hog.
Liru, take over. My pizza's here. Be right back.
1 UH-1C Iroquois Hog, which will also have 2 17-pound HE rocket pods, and a command truck, which I would assume is just for command to drive around. Otherwise, going over OPT4 here, all the way on the other end. I just want to point out as well that it looks like OPT4 is designed to primarily go in with vehicles or otherwise on foot, maybe some scout groups going in with the MI2s, but I think the Walker Bulldogs will be able to lock down the airfield in case there's any types of close landings like that, but otherwise Blue 4 is meant to fly in with those Hueys. But back to the board here, looking at OPT4, we have for uniform, basically NVA. Would it be accurate to say PAVN, Egg Beast, or is NVA the proper term for...
Right, so if you're from North Vietnam, you would say the People's Army of Vietnam, which is PAVN. And if you're from America or the South Vietnam, you'd call them the NVA, which is the North Vietnamese Army, because you're distinguishing that they're from the North, whereas the North people would say we're the People's Army because we're representing the South as well.
All right, so...
Bit of politics.
Bit of politics. So for our sake, it would be the NVA, North Vietnamese Army. Otherwise, pith helmets, mostly what we saw last time, except a bit of a more olive green camo, which will help them out since it is a little darker, but it is going to morning. Loadout-wise, we are going to see a mix of various different weaponry, such as the SKS, which we saw in the last 2 rounds, Type 56 assault rifle, aka the Chinese knockoff of the AK, the M49s, which they captured from the French in the First Indochina War, the ISH double-barrel shotgun coming back, and then the TT-33 sidearm. We're also going to see K-50s. Personally, my favorite submachine gun in all of Vietnam, between Prairie Fire and Unsun. K-50, just... I call it like a burp rifle. That thing will just put so many rounds downrange quicker than any other gun in the mod, and it's just so fun to utilize. But otherwise, they also have the PK, which is pretty much a medium machine gun with that 7.62x54. They still have the B41 for AT, and then the Recon Marksman is still getting the Mosin with the scope on it, and then the 2 suppressed shooters get the M45 or the M3A1, and the crew and aviation guys are getting the MAT 49, which is another really fast-firing submachine gun. That one, I believe, is that the French one?
Yeah, it is. Technically, the M45 would have been used by the PAVN. That's a bit of a gift, really, for them there, because that has a 36 round mag in it as well, which is really, really good. Mat 49 is a bit of a smaller. It's a pistol round.
Right.
Typical SMG, short range.
All
Not
right.
a great sight on it compared to the M45's got a much nicer sight on it. The big hitter there is the PK because that thing has got big
Yeah.
ammo.
7.62 by
it's like-
54.
Like an M60, but I actually find it's a right hand feed as well. I actually find the sight on it is beautiful, and
Jamie
it's
Bear,
you
who are
can
your
snipe
boys?
with single shots on it. It's a really nice weapon.
All right. Otherwise, big vehicle is to break down here. We have 2 MI2s, which are the transport equivalent. They can, however, have grenades get dropped off the side, and it looks like they do have some side door guns in the form of PKs. We have an MG variant, which has, wow, all right, the pilot has access to 2, I believe they're twin PK belts, which are the forward-firing guns.
Yep.
Looking at the picture, you can see those pylons at the side.
I think they're quads.
The quads,
I think
yeah. So like 2 on the left, 2 on the right. You've got one with HE rocket pods, and that would be, it also has a 23mm cannon. And it's 2 16-round 57mm rocket pods. That's 32 rockets they can immediately put down range. That can really just suppress a zone. And then they have a salamander, which I believe have, okay, so it has both AA capability with the Strellas, and then the Maliutuka. I am horrible with my pronunciation, but I believe those are meant to be air-to-ground missiles.
Yeah, anti-tank wire-guided missiles. The bit fiddly to use because they're kind of optical guided, I think. But those igloos,
Right, Jamie, we'll have a look at them in a second.
Pylons are lethal against the Blue 4 aircraft.
Hueys.
Because they don't have anything like it apart from the Phantom.
Yeah. But I don't think the Phantom's carrying any air-to-air capabilities, so.
Oh,
Here you have,
in native terms, they normally have 4 sidewinders and 4 sparrows.
But if I were to quickly check back on Blue 4's asset. Go ahead.
The reason I would say, because they have them in some of the sustained assaults, the only reason I think they don't have them anymore
Yeah, they don't have them.
is mostly for the fact that with the view distance, it's honestly not, it's not good because you're traveling at 300 kilometers per hour, 300, 400 kilometers per hour. You're not, and with our view distance, you can't see anything, and by the time you do see them, you've had to, you can't lock because you're too close.
Otherwise,
okay, but the Phantoms do have 10 flares, and that's going to really help them if they get locked by those Strellas.
true. To flare off the rounds.
We have Marlon here taxiing up.
Strellas are IR guided, right? Or they heat.
Yeah, and the flares will deal with it. But the other way round, the Op 4 aircraft don't have flares.
Right. But I don't think the Blue 4 have any air-to-air lock on. I just looked at the roster again and it didn't say anything about having any Sidewinder.
I can ask Marlon.
Yeah, no, but they've got the Vulcan cannon on the one plane, so that's really their only air-to-air anti-air, apart from the 50 cal gun truck they've got.
Otherwise, Op 4 still have their artillery gun, 85mm. They also have a 82mm mortar, 2 ammo trucks, 3 static ZPUs that I guess can either be used as static defense or to be towed in. They've got a fuel truck, 2 Type 63 tanks to score off with the Walker Bulldogs. They have Willie Pete rounds, HVAP rounds, armor-piercing HE, high explosive anti-tank, and 20 frag rounds. That's actually a lot of anti-infantry rounds with them as well as a coax gun and then the command Dishka gun on top. 2 BTR-40s with ZPUs, 2 BTRs with RPDs, 8 transport BTR-40s, 2 Dishka BTR-40s, and 2 ambulance BTR-40s. That's cute. But otherwise, round has started. 90 minutes on the clock. Let's see how they do.
This is going to be a really interesting battle because we've got so many vehicles in here fighting each other. I've never seen this.
Gotcha. Gotcha, Jamie, gotcha.
Never seen this.
So they're playing with the SOG devs as well. That means they're the those explosions going off.
Getting ready. Just taxied onto the runway.
So we're already seeing artillery firing it looks like they're pre-ranging the shots and watching them because that's a lot of ammo to drop over, but I think they have an ammo truck, so it doesn't matter. But I guess they're just trying to see what their minimum range is for engaging.
Of course, when you may not know this, but when you're on the very extremes of range on the artillery computer, right on the edge, then you start to lose accuracy. Like
Yeah.
you think you can hit a target and you're miles from it.
Alright, so it looks like Op4 and Blue4 all spawned into those respective zones and are now trying to come down on both sides onto this airfield. Op4, I think, is going to be able to get in there first. They've already lost a ticket for something because Bayant died. Blue4 started with 2,000, Op4 started with 2,500.
Oh, okay. Dummy.
But yeah, Bayant is dead at spawn. I don't know what caused that. But yeah, that cost them a ticket already, so
He
it's
might
pretty
have
funny.
reslide.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they can respawn, so...
Yeah, you can respawn, and you are allowed to reslot, but you have to ask your commander first.
Righto, Jamie. Well, let's hope Blue4 does really well, man.
Marlin coming over and just
What are the-
annihilating the squad coming across.
Oop, tank is starting to fire in. That was a Willie Pete round going in.
That's a waste of a round. Those are really valuable rounds.
Mm-hmm. I think they thought they saw movement, but they're also sighting their range of those guns.
And I know Sphere is a really good tank gunner.
Yeah.
That's our pet cemetery for all the developers' former deceased pets that they just dropped that Willie Pete into. That's
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, the sentry
Well, that's
dog
not
section,
good.
That's just so sad.
And I assume all the names on all the crosses have some representation of some sort, right?
Fear hates animals.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I just saw Hawkeye, the second cross back from the right.
I saw that
my,
too.
That's my cat.
Oh,
Oh,
We've all got a pet in there.
wow. We had a stray come in
Napalm!
recently. Oh no. Oh my god.
right in the middle of Op 4's formation, but no one was in there, unfortunately. And you got more Willie Pete landing. Well, I mean, he can go and get it rearmed, right? I wonder if that rearm will cost tickets.
No, there's rearm trucks. Oh, that's a really
That was,
nice Willie Pete round.
yeah. That got Banks. Michael pulling back. Looks like he has a Strela, actually. Yeah, so I think these are from their battery coming in, because I'm not seeing the tank shells going. Plus, it has that really big effect, which I believe is from
What if it is
their artillery.
really accurate?
Yeah, no, they're doing a great job putting those all across the runway here, because they don't know where Op 4 is coming in. They're a little late on it, but it's pretty good so far. Blue 4 have lost a ticket. We just had a Strela round go off. It hit Hotel 1.
Oof. Who's that? Is
He's
that?
lost engine power. That's Greg Legs.
That's no. Was it Greg or was it the kite?
No, it's Greg Legs, because he's losing engine power right now. And he is falling.
I'm gonna send him a message that's definitely meant to support him and not belittle him.
All right, Blue 4 lost some more tickets as well. It might have cost the rearm there, but now you're seeing the helicopter firing through. You know what this reminds me of? Like a really good Battlefield game.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love sustained assault. I love sustained assault. I think sustained assault should be like, you know, a mode that is equal to like to play with you know, Mike Force, because I think sustained assault is just a lot of fun. It's a battlefield in armor.
So Op 4 taking control of these sectors, all three of them actually, but the central one is being wrestled. We just had Alpha 4-1, another Huey asset, get hit by a Strela, so that's going to start falling. That's why Blue 4's tickets were taken down, because Op 4 is all control of the sector. Sorry, go ahead.
Minigun gun truck, a little respect has shown up, but they've abandoned the minigun. That is the worst decision.
Nemesis trying to take out Rory. Tackle might come out and around, though, because he's on that building.
Nemesis thrives in sustained assault. It's just his ED is just perfect.
The minigun car has pulled up right in front of Swola.
Molotov hitting soft Timo straight in the face.
Oh, dear.
Manages to get away though. Nicholas about to come around Swallow. Oh,
Swola just missed both of his shotgun shots, but Nicholas did not notice. Wait! And he that one down.
The M16.
Oh dear, and that Vic just got hit and killed a lot of dudes.
Oh, the other Walker Bulldog is actually who's being driven by the MVG guys is taking out some people in some Redford in the crossing.
You got Blue 4s driving in the another gun car filled with dudes, and then the quad truck, and then just off to their northeast, you got a lot of Op 4 hiding in the hills.
That's a lot of eggs in one basket in that gun truck.
Yeah. We just saw AT take out the 134 gun truck over at the barracks position, so I don't think Op 4 is close to putting anything down by it.
Thing about
Here comes.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Well, Op 4 have an anti-tank grenade, which Blue 4 don't have. I don't know if you've equipped those, but those things are absolutely lethal. It's like a pocket RPG.
Ah.
So Sergeant McCall, I think we just had a nice big bit of desync there.
Yeah, I see it.
It's back now, or somewhat back. It's getting back. This is always the worry with these sort of games.
Is that the action
Marlon
to
is
get a
about to
little...
crash in. Oh, I just got kicked.
I got kicked. What a shame.
So the server's not holding up for the mission.
It is not, unfortunately.